When we think of empires, we imagine inevitability. Vast armies, unbreakable conquests, and nations ground beneath their boots. It's a familiar story. But what if that story is a lie? What if one of the fiercest enemies of a European empire wasn't a king with endless soldiers, but a queen, armed not with sheer force, but with brilliance, audacity, and sheer willpower? For over 40 years, a single African queen fought the Portuguese Empire to a standstill. She was a warrior, a diplomat, and a strategist who built a fortress of resistance in the heart of Angola. This is one past, many stories, and this is the story of Nzinga, a queen who turned defiance into destiny. Nzinga was born in 1583 in the kingdom of Ndongo, modern-day Angola, on Africa's Atlantic coast. Its power flowed inland from the highlands to the sea, where a small Portuguese outpost named Luanda was taking root. At first, Luanda was just a trading post, but the Portuguese came not only to trade, they came to conquer. Luanda soon became one of the largest slave ports in the world, feeding Brazil's insatiable plantations. Governor Luis Mendes de Vasconcelos swept across Ndongo with fire and iron, allied with the ruthless Mbangala. Villages burned, fields emptied, thousands chained and marched to Luanda's docks, swallowed by the Atlantic. This was the world Nzinga entered, a kingdom besieged, where survival demanded brilliance and defiance. As the daughter of King Angola Kiluanji, Nzinga grew up watching diplomacy and war entwined. Missionaries taught her Portuguese, her father taught her statecraft. But hers was an education in crisis, not comfort. She saw emissaries beg, alliances crumble, and armies vanish in defeat. By the time her father died in 1617, Nzinga was no ordinary princess. She was a survivor forged in the fire of invasion. Her half-brother Angola Mbande seized the throne in blood. His paranoia led to purges. Nzinga's infant son was murdered. She and her sisters sterilized. Yet instead of breaking, she hardened. When Mbande failed against the Portuguese and was exiled, he turned to her. Fluent in Portuguese, fearless in crisis, Nzinga was sent to negotiate directly with the empire that was tearing her world apart. In Luanda's grand hall, the governor sat high on his throne. For Nzinga, only a mat on the floor, a calculated insult. She didn't kneel, she gestured. Her attendant knelt, becoming a living throne. Nzinga sat, eye level, unshaken. The room fell silent, power shifted. Speaking flawless Portuguese, Nzinga dismantled their arrogance. Then came her masterstroke, baptism. She became Ana de Souza, forcing the Portuguese to treat her as an equal. She left Luanda with a treaty, a fragile peace but a stunning victory. Yet Nzinga knew it would not last. 2 years later, Mbande was dead. Nzinga claimed the throne, becoming queen, and declared herself Ngola, a title for kings. Portugal struck back, backing rivals and forcing her into exile. But she allied with the Mbangala, adopted their warrior ways and rebuilt her strength. By 1631, she conquered Matamba, carving her own kingdom. From Matamba, Nzinga declared sanctuary. Any who fled Portuguese chains would find freedom. Her army swelled with escaped slaves and defectors. Guerrilla raids struck Portuguese forts. Even in her 60s, she led charges herself, sword in hand. Then came the Dutch. In 1641, they captured Luanda. Nzinga allied with them, wielding Dutch cannons and crushing Portuguese armies, until 1648, when the Dutch withdrew, leaving her alone once again. In her 70s, Nzinga turned to diplomacy once more. In 1656, Portugal signed a treaty recognizing her sovereignty. After 40 years of war, she forced an empire to its knees, not by surrendering, but by outlasting them. Nzinga died in 1663 at 81. Today her statue towers in Luanda, the city once built to enslave her people. She was more than a queen, she was proof that resistance was never futile. This is Nzinga, the queen who defied empire and rewrote history. Nzinga's legacy proves that true power isn't always measured by armies or wealth. It's about the strength to stand against the tide and change the course of history. But what do you think? Could Nzinga's strategy have worked against any other empire? Or was her fight a unique product of her time and place? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of history's unsung heroes.